Hi guys, it's the 28th of July and I said the other day that I might have a bit of exciting news. So yesterday they confirmed it. Basically I've been offered to change my plot from a quarter plot to a half plot, which means I would be moving from this plot because the half plot's like over that way somewhere. So it was like, I'm incredibly excited to have a bit more space to play with, because a lot of the stuff is pretty packed in this plot, and also because I wasn't like here to start it off, so like when I first got the plot I was actually bedbound so my family were like caring for it, and it just means that there are things that I did back then that I probably wouldn't do again now. An example is burying pots in the ground to have fruit trees in. Although, to be fair, for the Spartan apple it's worked incredibly well for some reason. But it just means they dry out too quickly, and they probably just not getting, the root run that they need. So there are things that I wouldn't do again. I think the strawberry patch, I probably wouldn't make it quite as big because I had way too many strawberries to even pick. But at the same time, I'm kind of sad about leaving this plot because, I mean, it's weird. I've only been back 3 months, 3 months tomorrow from hospital, and it seems like I've been back a lot longer. And although it's only been 3 months, most of the veg, or what people would consider veg, like the tomatoes and sweet corn, sweet potatoes, all that stuff, like I've been able to do it myself, and it's like all just coming together now. It's been really exciting to see it the last couple of weeks just really come together, like the sweet potatoes and the sweet corn, and I've got my first tomatoes just starting to go red, which is awesome because, as I've said quite a lot of times, things have been really late this year because of the fact I was in hospital. So and even like the runner beans, which I don't know how many times I tried to get them to work, and like finally I'm getting flowers and they're crawling up the trellis and everything, and it's just all coming along. Like the melons as well, doing incredibly well. Even the small ones that I pretty much given up hope on. Let's put this chair back up. So it's kind of bittersweet, but at the same time I know that me missing this plot is largely because of the fact that I've put it together how I want, and I will be able to do that on the next plot as well. So I'm really excited. Like, it sounds like I'm just sad. I'm really excited. It'll give me a new project, and like I said, I can do things a little bit differently in terms of where I plant trees and things like that. And obviously being a half plot, it's double the space. Although they said it's double the space, it doesn't feel like it is when you're on that plot. But I found this with a lot of things, even this allotment. When I first saw it like in person, when I came down here first of all, I was like, wow, it looks a lot smaller than I'd pictured it. But then as you get planting stuff, you're like, wow, there's actually quite a lot of space, like when you really pack stuff in. And it's kind of incredible how much you can fit onto a little plot like this. I'm really excited. But what they have done, which is really good, is they've given me 2 months whereby I can stay on this plot whilst also preparing the new plot, which means that I've got 2 months to essentially harvest stuff and also then move all the trees that I want to move and everything else that I want to move over there. So it's going to be quite a busy time. I think we're going to have quite a lot of help from my family and my girlfriend and stuff like that. Well, hopefully. I say that, they're probably like, wait, what? We didn't sign up for this. Quite excited. So I'm gonna I've got a few bits that I'm gonna take from this plot up to the new plot now, and then I'll just do a quick tour of the new plot. It's pretty blank. It's like a blank canvas almost. So yeah, I'll just do that. Hey guys, so I'm here at the new plot. At least I'm pretty sure it's this one. Hopefully it is. She was trying to describe it to me on the phone, and it's kind of difficult when there's so many. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's this one, because she said that next to it is you can just see through there, it's like a greenhouse made of plastic bottles, which is pretty awesome. Although I don't know how it keeps the heat in, because it looks like there's gaps between them. But yeah, so this is the new plot, and you can see first of all it's got this really nice little patio. So what I'd love to do, if I have like the time, money, skills, probably not, yeah, probably neither of those, is have just like a tiny mini shed here, like a really tiny one, and then have like a tiny little pergola with a little seat underneath, and then maybe grow some flower over the top of it or something, which would be pretty awesome. So yeah, and then the plot goes up to, you see that like light blue coloured shed, and then where you can see there's like that green hose pipe wound around the compost bin, that's just in the next door's plot. So yeah, and then this is one edge. So these sunflowers are just on the edge of my plot. Obviously this is the path, like the car path, so this is that edge. But yeah, it's quite, you can see, it's weird when you look at it, it's like, it doesn't seem like it's twice the size of my plot, but maybe it isn't quite, because of the paths around it. Sometimes the paths which you have to keep clear, obviously they take up a little bit of space, so maybe that's why it doesn't quite look as big. Well, not quite as, what are the words, my brain's not working, not quite twice as big, that's the way. But yeah, so it goes all the way across here, and this is the corner. I think that is meant to be a path, but it's a little bit overgrown. So yeah, the board is there, that's the back. And then I've got this huge pear tree, which is awesome because it's actually loaded with fruits. Although what I might do is give that a good water, because obviously no one's really been here to look after it, and it hasn't rained for a long time, properly anyway. And then yeah, we've got this little patch at the back. I think this is why it doesn't look quite twice as big. It's because there's this big patch at the back which has the pear tree in it, but it goes from there back to that board there, and it's actually like a really big bed. They've got raspberries. Oh, they've got rhubarb, that's awesome. So I'll be leaving the rhubarb in. I'm not sure about the raspberries because they tend to go a bit rampant. But yeah, it's like quite a tangle in there. There's also this apple tree, but it's really not looking very healthy / productive, so I might take that one out. But and yeah, so I'm on the footpath. This is sort of right back corner, but you can see there's still some space under there. Like that's even that little space is probably like the same size as that mound of sweet potatoes that I've got. So yeah, like I said, when you actually get down to it, there's a lot of space to use. So yeah, pretty excited about it. They've put like grass clippings over a lot of it, which is handy because it means that there shouldn't be as many weeds. And then yeah, I've got all this space to work with now, which is just awesome. So I'd love to set up some proper raised beds. And actually, yeah, I didn't even see, there's another little patio area with this huge, what must be rhubarb. That's got to be the biggest leaf I've ever seen in my life. Jesus, wow, that's massive. And then I've got this like rusty old bathtub on the edge, which which is kind of handy with a tap, so that's very handy, especially because my back means I can't lift stuff that much. So if I want to water with a watering can, I don't have to like walk that far at all. And then they've got these, which I think are Crocosmia. I might be wrong on that. And then yeah, this is the only bit that's got weeds in really, but they're all the same weed. I think it's goosefoot. And they're pretty easy to get out. So yeah, I'm pretty happy, especially that I've inherited like a nice little patio area. So what I'd love to do is make this somewhere not just to grow veg, but somewhere to like really just chill, calm down. Which I mean, my quarter plot has been that for me. It's already been like a bit of an oasis for me. But I haven't had the space to, you know, put up a nice shed and have a little seating area, because you want to use all the space you can for food. But here, I think, yeah, I want to get a bit more of a balance, and I've got the space to do it now. Oh, and I just realised I've got strawberries already, which is good, because, yeah, saved me a bit of work. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, and yeah, I need to sort of, I was meant to bring a tape measure down, but I need to just measure it out and then draw up maybe a plan on paper and stuff so that I can plan where to put stuff. But yeah, for now, I think what I'm going to focus on doing is just harvesting stuff from my plot kind of as soon as it's ready. And then when I come up to this plot, I'm going to bring just loads of wood chips and stuff down to cover the ground, really. That's the main thing, just to stop the weeds from going too rampant. But yeah, quite excited. There's this little tiny apple tree here. I don't know if the apples are so small because they haven't been thinned. Oh yeah, I thought it might have been a crab apple, but actually there are a few that are a lot bigger than a crab apple, so it's probably just because it hasn't been thinned / watered / fed. So yeah, quite excited. So anyway, I'm going to stop now. Yeah, lots of peace, lots of love, and I'll speak to you soon.